Hi and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm having an abstract art journal page with neon watercolors to share, and I got these watercolors from Paul Rubens and they sent them to me and asked if I would like to try them out. And what should I say, I really love bright and bold colors and I love neon, so of course I said yes. As always, the Paul Rubens watercolors come with a swatch card and they are always nicely packaged. I'm going to do the swatches with you first and then I will share the art journal page. My voice is not well today, so it might be that I don't talk that much. With this watercolors you get 14 tubes with 5 milliliters of watercolors, and there is I just have a look on the tubes. I think there is no pigment information on them, but they have numbers and names. With neon watercolors, I would say they are not that light fast compared to normal watercolors. That's just because of that pigment. So I would not use them on a painting that I hang on my walls, probably. But I really love to use them in my art journal, and I think they are amazing for card making and crafty stuff. You can see that there are a lot of reds, oranges, reds. I think it's just because neon pigments are not available in so many different colors. Yeah, and I love the pinks and the reds, and I often use neon colors in my work, so these are just perfect. If you have a look in the video description, there will be a discount code for you, so you can just save a little bit of money, and I think maybe this set of watercolors is a great gift for Christmas for all the people that love bright and happy colors. And here I'm starting my art journal page. I'm working in a small watercolor journal from Paul Rubens. It has a very thick watercolor. I would say it's at least 300 GSM. And it is really nice because it's perforated in the top and you can tear the pages out. And that's what I love to use when I make a greeting card or something like that. So I have the paper pad ready to go and I just can cut that or can tear the paper out and then cut it to size and adhere it on a card base. I'm playing intuitively with the watercolors. I just have a look how they look on the paper, and it's a bit hard to capture the colors on camera. It's with neon really difficult. Also with the photos, it's really neon in real life, but on the photos and in the video it doesn't look that neon. So you have to just imagine that's pure neon color. I think these are also really interesting if you do bullet journaling. It was really hard to not put every single color of this set on this art journal page because I was so curious to try them all out. But I have made a second piece and I will do more with them, and you already can find another kind of these spreads in my Instagram reels. I let the watercolors dry and maybe you can see it. Some of the colors have a really nice granulation. There is one red, it's the opera red, that granulates really much, and that's really nice. Also, the Opera Ultramarine has a fantastic granulation. They are really pretty on paper, I would say. Here I'm coming in with a white paint. I just push back some of the bright colors and bring in some white space and some tonal contrast, which I think makes a piece more interesting. I will let this dry again, and then I will come back, add some stamping to create even more interest and layers, and I will also add a final focal point. I wanted to stamp these dots, but finally I don't like that they are arranged so perfectly, so I just cut that stamp apart. You don't have to be afraid, you can always put them back together on an acrylic block, so it is not ruined. But now I can use these dots on their own, and I don't have to use all 9 together. For stamping, I'm using a black ink because I feel that black is perfect for neon. I love this combination, and the dark color also increases the contrast of the whole piece. I'm using StazOn because that dries the fastest on an acrylic base, and as there is a lot of paint on the page, I'm using this. If I would stamp directly to watercolor paper, I would use VersaFine Clear ink. I also want to give you some quick information about our shop. We will have no shipping in the time between December 21st and January 6th. So in case you want to place an order, you have to do that before the 21st. So the order ships out before Christmas. Otherwise, all orders will start shipping on January 6th. Here I'm adding some white splatters. You know that I love white splatters or any kind of splatters on my page. And while these are drying, I'm preparing my main image. I'm stamping one of our Doodle Flowers to watercolor paper. I'm using the Canson XL watercolor paper here just because I had that snippet lying around, and I really like it for stamping because it's a heavyweight and cheap paper. And this is this Opera red color I just mentioned before with the nice granulation. I always color my images very loose because I'm not a very good colorist. Is it called colorist? I don't know. I'm not perfect in coloring in any kind of images. I also don't have the patience to do this, so I usually throw in quickly some color. Unfortunately, this is off camera, but I'm mixing the green a little bit because it's very bright and intense, and I think I just threw in a little bit of a reddish color to just mute it a bit. I will let this dry and then cut it out so I can adhere it to my art journal page. I'm adhering the flower with a liquid glue because of the heavyweight paper. A glue stick won't work that good. What I also made for the flower is a little vase, and you can see it. It's laying next to me. I just cut it freehand from watercolor paper. I added a little bit of these neon watercolors and also some of the stamping to give it some texture. To finish up the page and to bring everything together, I'm adding some green splatters. I think that makes it look more cohesive. And now I can just tear this piece out, and I will cut off the edge on the bottom because there I had my clip to hold it in place, and then I can just use it on a greeting card, for example, or just keep it. You could also just leave it in the art journal. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope we will see us next time. Have a wonderful Christmas. Bye.